Hello, hello. What's happening? Hopefully you're all doing well. So, very quick update video today. I'm not going to spend more than 10 minutes. Literally just going to blast it through. If you can, let me know what you prefer, a bit longer videos or, sorry, like longer length videos, or obviously keeping it a little bit shorter. But I'm just going to run through a few charts. I'm going to go through Bitcoin, ETH. I'm going to show a couple of alts as well that I just touched up on. I am still bullish on an alt season for some alts, but some that I did explain because of that cascade down, like ADA, for example. I'm just going to quickly go straight into it. So if you can, like, comment, subscribe, share it about. Obviously, it does help. The videos do take a while. I am just going to wrap the week up. It's literally going to be a very quick, no more than 10-15 minutes. Just going to blast through it and yeah, just sort of get it done. If you can, let me know. Like I said, if you prefer, obviously, longer videos or shorter videos, then yeah. But right, I'm gonna start with ADA because it's on my mind. Right, so we did obviously mention that it could be 3-4, and this could literally just rocket to the upside because we saw it on a few different charts. But to be honest, I am now. Whew, wow, I'm yawning. Jesus fucking Christ. So I am now expecting. I'm just gonna take this off. We'll keep that there. I am now expecting this to be a 3. I'm expecting this to be a 3. So we can get rid of this. That's not an alt anymore. That's not an alt. I honestly do think a lot of these are topping out. I really, really do. I think that's an ABC. There's a chance that that literally could even just be the fifth wave, and it could just be it. And then you've got an ending diagonal. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an ending diagonal. Or what you do is this could be your 1, this could be 2, or you come back round, make a 2, and then you've just got another extension and it keeps going. Or you've got A, B, C, D, E, and that's a triangle, 4 finishes here, and then you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't think that's the count. I really don't think it's a triangle. So I think it's either a flat, which it looks the most probable, A, B, C. You've come back to on the outer side of the base channel, or the midpoint of the base channel. So sorry, I've just yawned. That is so rude. All right, but that's a running flat, A, B, C. All right, and then you've got your 1, 2, your 3, 4, 5. So I just wanted to touch upon a few of these, the ones that are really showing me a very clear count. Again, with this looks like it has been topping. I did obviously mention Binance could have been topping. This could again be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then that could be 5. So you've got 9 waves, and then now this is ready to tumble. I do think that we are going to probably retrace until we could even be retracing until January. Like, give it another week or two, and then retrace till January, maybe even February, until we start going again. I know that sounds a bit ludicrous, but the way some of these are looking, like Solana, for example, right? I've started dipping some toes into some shorts, and I will just be continuously stacking up until about 65. I will just be stacking up until 65. Um, I've got layered bids. I've got a layered bid here. I've got 60, 60, 62, and then 64. I've got 5 bids. I've already entered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so and I literally will just be stacking the whole way because this looks so top A. Even if you look at the RSI, it looks ridiculously bearish. It's got a triple bullish divergence and price has just been absolutely melting through. You've pumped 46%, it's not made a new high. You've pumped 49%, you've not made a new high on the divergence. So I mean on the RSI, so you're literally just rolling. So I do expect this to come down. So if this is coming down and it's just created, I do think now that I have just updated this, and I do think that this is a 1-2-1-2. And if that, yeah, we'll probably come back down to near the midpoint of the base channel, or the outer, or it could be inside of this. Oh, Jesus. Or it could be inside of this and be. So you've got that could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This could make a triangle and fall. But to be honest, I don't think that is the case. I think it's a running flat. I think it's an A, a B, and a C. And then I think this is another 1, and I think we're going to get another 2. And then again, it's giving me more what is it, like confluence and confidence that if this is entering its, where are we? this is ahead in its cycle as well than most alts. Like people are thinking, oh my God, I'm missing out. I need to get in Solana. You by far do not need to get into anything, or you don't need to get into Sol. All the other alts are going to be printing these charts. It's just Sol's ahead in its time. So yeah, you're going to have a 1-2, and then I think that's a 1-2, and then it's the same as Bitcoin and ETH. We're entering its 1-2, and then this is going to create a 1, and when this comes back down, it's a 2, and then it's going to be entering its third of a third and go absolutely parabolic. And I think it's going to be the same for Ethereum. Apart from this is just creating a huge 1-2, 1-2. This is probably going to come up. I'm going to show this later. This is probably going to come down for a 2, and then I think that this is going to absolutely erupt to the upside as well. Yeah, probably till about, where is it? Yeah, probably about February. Wow, so rude, so rude, so rude, so rude, yawning. Do apologise, but yeah, I do think we're going to probably correct him for maybe 2 months plus. It's going to be quite interesting to see though, because I think a lot of some of the alts that like Link as well, for example, like this could just be correcting until this could just be creating a big just sort of going sideways while everything else is sort of dipping. This could be keeping its strength and just going sideways and just create one more up whilst everything pumps. And then again, this could just be falling to the upside, downside. Or you've got with Link, that could be a 1-2, 1-2, and this could be going absolutely parabolic. So again, it's going to be interesting to see, and I don't really know what is going to happen with that, obviously, just quite yet. But yeah, I just want to quickly, I'm just skimming over a few charts. This is actually an interesting chart. Step 1. I don't really look at stocks, but in fact, you know what, I won't even mention it. Look up Step 1 if you want, but it's got a great great earnings to what is it called again? Is it great PE ratio? Price to earnings, that's the one. It's got a great price to earnings ratio. It looks great. I was gonna dip my toes in when I saw this triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then I thought, you know what, there's no point, because if it's a triangle, we could just be having one more leg, but it looks like you've got a 1, 2. This could be 3, 4, and then 5. So yeah, it looks good. I think the chart looks great. You've got a great base as well on this stock. I've actually been looking at this stock since where was it? Literally the second I started looking at it here, literally had this absolute monster shoot up, and I was like, right. So obviously, as you can see here, it's literally just curving round, and it's just ready to absolutely erupt, and it did. To be honest, I didn't expect that, but yeah, it sort of reminds me of like the old Bitcoin chart. You pop in, you go like S, then absolutely pop, and I think a lot expected that to do with ETH, obviously, because we just kept, we've done that, so we've come up, and everyone's expecting it to pop. But to be honest, that news is just making me so bearish on altcoins. I mean, so the news, yeah, it's making me very bearish on ETH, and if ETH is going to come down, the majority of the alts are going to come down. You're going to have your outliers, of course, and some of them are going to keep pumping, like Curve, for example. This is quite a sort of fascinating to see, really, because if like with this, is this an A, B, and a C? And then is this now literally going to absolutely tear to the upside while everything else is going to be going down? I can't really say as of yet. What has just happened there? I can't really say as of yet, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. But yeah, just quickly jumping into Curve. I'm literally just going to skim over a few charts. I might even have a look. I'm going to look at the legacy markets as well. Probably another 5 minutes, then I'll call it a day. But so you've got a 1. I think that is a 2. We've been watching this the whole time, and every twist and turn has been pretty much bang on, so it's good. You haven't really got that much of a solid count up until, I mean, 1, 2. Is that a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, like it looks more, to be honest, like an ABC. It looks more, to be honest, like an A, a B. Is that a 1-to-1 measured move? What is that? I didn't even check that. Yeah, to be honest, do you know what? That could be the count. ABC flat. I'm just going to put this here. It could be the count. It really, really could be the count. And to be honest, I'm just going to leave it like that. You can't really get a clear impulse out of that, to be honest. It's a bit annoying when you get stuff like that. It's like, Was it meant to happen in the charts, or like it's just a huge liquidation cascade? So it's you can't like all it is just built up, just a shitload of leverage built up against all these swing lows, all these. There'll have been a lot built up there. You've literally tapped this, and you'll just had loads of buy orders down here, and obviously the whole way, and yeah, you've literally just shot straight back up. So is this going to be a running flat? And is this chart going to be one of the outliers? And is it literally just going to keep going? I can't really tell, to be honest. But is it a 1-2, 1-2? Again, the way you've got to see it is it's a double failure swing low. So you've got your high, you've got your first low, didn't break this, right? So you've got your first low, you've got another high, you've got another low, and once it breaks that, that's normally when I enter. But to be honest, this looks way too choppy for me to enter. We've came down, I didn't like the way that we've come down like this, came down like that, sorry. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of wait. Yeah, I am going to sort of wait. Oh shit. Yeah, you have obviously got like a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Is that your A? Are you going to come back up and then create like an expanded flat or something like that? So maybe like a running flat A, B, C, and then keep going. Or obviously you're going to do something like this and then keep going. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that then to sort of add to a long or something like that. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see really, because you can't really make up what is going on. It's the same with CVX as well. CVX is recovering just as good as Curve. It's absolutely brilliant, to be honest. Like it was weird to see that this came down a lot more than this, but again, that is a lot more liquid than CVX. So with this, you actually do have a better view of what's going on here. You could have wave 1, A, B, C, and then you could have wave 3, then an A, B, C expanded flat, and then that could be your wave 5 for your wave 3, and then you could be going wave 4 and then wave 5. All right, so, but again, they all just look great. You need to, I know I keep showing the lower time frame stuff, and I know this video has been a little bit more of a, this could happen, that could happen. I like giving my concrete view and cement view on the markets normally, but with that obviously quick spike, it's quite hard to understand the charts. All right, that's what you need to understand. So yeah. All right, I was going to say something else then, but I can't fully remember. Yeah, sorry, that's it. You need to really look at the overall perspective of all these charts. Like they look they look ridiculous. Like I honestly cannot stress enough. They look absolutely ridiculous. But I also said this looks absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just playing devil's advocate and I'm being completely transparent. This move, I actually was a little bit more bearish. This I wasn't. I was full bull here, and I really didn't expect this low to get taken. But yeah, again, you can't get everything right. But this time, this does look the one. You've got a nice wave 1 and a wave 2. This looked too corrective. It looked corrective, and to be honest, looking at this, that's just an ABC. A running flat, B, and then C. So, but yeah, this does look great, and the way everything else, all the other markets look, there is, in my opinion, you ain't got no chance in hell to sweep $2. You get under $2, the buying opportunity is ridiculous. I'm not kidding. We've had long enough now to accumulate. We've had over a year. Like, yeah, if you're not in the market, you need to get in the market. Like where this is going is ridiculous. Like it's all-time high. Like its all-time high is $60. You're buying it at $3 after that. After this, you're buying a chart after it's literally done that. Like what do you think's next? Like if you would have shown me this with Bitcoin, this is obviously 2011's run. Like what's next? Like you're coming up here, and then you start the whole cycle off again, and it's just continuous. So like people need to understand, like even when you go on auto, oh, you can't really do it with that, but yeah, like people need to understand that like this is what's next. Like we've had our base now. We've had an accumulation of fucking a year and a half or whatever. We've had our base. The charts look absolutely ridiculous. I really can't stress enough. I know I say it a lot, but yeah, they look great. But I do want to quickly highlight there on Ethereum. So yeah, I do think this is a 1-2. This is like this could be your low. This is the best bull case, right? This is your bull case. This is your low. This is a 1. that's a flat of a 2. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's your wave 3. Then you come sideways and you absolutely just erupt. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Can it happen? It can, yes, but I really don't think it's going to. I think that's your wave 1, and I know this people is going to look at this and be like, "Well, that's a 3-wave move." Does look like it, yeah, but this is when you got the BlackRock news, and obviously Bitcoin went sort of parabolic, so it did fuck the charts a little bit. All right, so, but yeah, this is 1, 2, then you've got your wave 3, and then you've got your wave 4, and then wave 5 is coming in here. If the top of ETH is coming in, the top of ADA is coming in, your majors are coming in. Top of ADA is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this a like is that your fifth? Is this already going to start to roll? If this is nearly coming in, Solana's nearly coming in. Like obviously look, like when I said again about the alt season, I still do think some of them are going to be popping. Like you're going to have your outliers, but the way that did fall down, I'm sorry, I might be changing my bias a little bit here, but I feel you've got to change your bias when stuff happens. Like you can't just remain full bull, but if the chart doesn't tell you that you've got to be full bull, I'm just being a little bit cautious. I do think that once this is topped out, I really do think that we are going to be coming down. I mean, you could even get some sort of flat. You could even get a flat. Like you could come here, then you could come up here, and then you could come here. You could still get a running flat. All right. Or obviously you coming back down here to maybe 1800, and then it's a one, oh, like a 1 2, and then obviously you've got your 1 2, your 1 2, your 1 2, and then you're off. So yeah, you could even get a zigzag down here. You normally come, so on an extension, you normally the wave normally comes back down to the number 2, wave 2, if it's a 5th wave extension. So I'm looking for 1850 to be our low. All right, and it would looks like a great area of support as well. You got this base, you got this nice thick base area here, and you flip this level, and it runs all the way through here. So I do quite like that level. Like you can just start if you want, you can just draw these levels on here, but I do think it starts getting a little. I don't know, like you can have these levels on, but then you just start looking at levels, and levels can just get absolutely obliterated through. So, like, I do like support and resistance, yeah, but honestly, elite wave analysis is by far the best thing to use, in my opinion. It's the best tool that we have, I think, anyway. All right, but yeah, this is what I'm expecting to ETH. 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then wave 5. I think it's going to come back down. BNB is very interesting. This is also, I did show before that BNB looks like it's going to cool off. Now, if you saw my post initially, I did mention that I am expecting all of them to come down and cool off over the next good few weeks. And then we was like, hang on a minute, like like these charts, it looks great for a run. And then obviously he started pumping. We was like, all right. But then now they are starting to look very toppy. Like even ADA again. I know I'm only looking at a few markets here. It's just the ones that are giving you. If you can get the best count out of some of them, and especially the majors, and they're all pointing to like sort of one direction, it's going to be leading a direction for most of the market. Again, with this is your high. You got a high here. You got a high here. Right. Oh, no. Am I going on this? Am I going on the daily? Do you know what? We'll just look at this. So you've got obviously bearish here, and bearish here. So triple bearish divergence again. But again, like, and you can see the wicks just coming straight down as well. But I think it's the daily that I was most. It wasn't. No, it was just the 4 hour. Was it BNB? It might have just been ADA with that triple divergence. But I do think the same again with this. It just looks like it's just ready to now roll over. Same with Ethereum. This is bust out, but you had the same last time up here. You had the same, like this looks like it was just cooling off. That's wrong. That's not the right leg. This is the right leg. You had the same here. I remember it. When it bust out, I was like, right, I need to get into shorts here. And we started layering shorts up here. And we did actually add to the position up here as well. And it was quite nice. It was a great trade. But the same with this. Looks like it's going to roll. The chart looks like it's topping, it's starting to roll, and then you have a quick spike up, and that doesn't really make that much of a divergence. It does on the 4 hour, but not really on the daily. And it's the same thing that's happening here on the daily. It looks like it's going to roll. Chart looks like it's going to roll. Oh, sorry. Chart looks like it's where are we? Chart looks like it's coming up. It looks like it's going to roll. Quick spike up, and then yeah. I do think that this actually probably will create a divergence though. a very small divergence. I think this is going to have another spike up, and then I think this is going to roll, create a bit of a bearish divergence that I think is going to roll. All right, so I am being cautious on a lot of these alts, and I am being cautious on, again, some of the alts I do think are going to pump. Just a quick summary here. So I do think that some of the alts are going to pump, but again, it's going to be quite hard to tell because, how am I explaining this? So some of the alts I do think is going to pump. It's going to be quite hard to tell because the chart's been entirely fucked with that liquidation cascade. But then you've got like Ethereum, you've got like Solana, ADA, and a few of the other majors as well that look like they are going to start turning to roll over. Obviously for the next month or two. So maybe till January, February, we might be coming back down. And to be honest, if we do, it's exactly what we need. Honestly, it's exactly what we need. I don't just want to see us bust straight up personally. I want a little bit more. Again, I do want to say I want a little bit more time to accumulate as well and add more to my long-term longs. But if we get it, we get it. We don't, we don't. And it's not just about what I want. It's about what I think is going to happen. And honestly, I really do think we are going to roll over. I really, really do. Just quickly go to Bitcoin as well. Just quickly tidy up on this. I'm literally going to spend the next, how long we had? 21 minutes. I'm going to spend 4 more minutes doing this. All right, so this is going to be quite interesting to see if we break that high, because if we break that high, this could literally have been an A, a B, and a C, like that. We could have just had a flat. So it's going to be interesting to see, but to be honest, I think, and what is quite interesting is, I think he's going to keep just going like a triangle and have another pop up, but where Bitcoin is it's like, it looks like it's creating a, do you know what I mean, like an ABC. It's sort of like a good channel. So if we break this high, then it is probably just a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's probably got a little bit more room to run. But to be honest, what I am looking for with Bitcoin, I do think we're going to start coming back down. I really, really do. I don't think we break that high. I think this is just going to create another big triangle. I think this is going to be your wave A, your wave B, and then a wave C, like that. I think we're going to have something like that. And then you could come up and do something like this, and then have one last leg and major move up. And then I do think we are just going to create an ABC. It's not going to be very big, to be honest. I do think it could come back down to maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It could just come back down here. It could even just come to 34. It's going to come, in my opinion, between 32 and about 35. It's going to come in between here. I think that's where your wave 2 ends. So you come up, and then you probably have, because you had a flat here, again, it could just create a running flat and keep going. So that could just be obviously a precursor for what we're going to have with Ethereum. Whereas if we come up here, are we again just going to go A, B, C, and then are we just going to keep going and create a running flat? So this created either an expanded flat or obviously a regular flat. All right, I would prefer this to come deep because we've had a sideways for 1, 2. I want this one to be deep now because of the rule of alternation, but you don't always get it. All right, but I would prefer us to like ABC back down to here, maybe have a quick spike into here, and then obviously go again till about, if this comes up over the next, it's probably, yeah, come up a little bit later than that, maybe up here, maybe to the end of November. Again, it's going to be interesting in time to see where this tops. And then, yeah, maybe till January time, February time, that's when it's all going to start going, in my opinion. So that's that. I do think this comes back down and ranges, but if you take that high, you could come up and then we could be ranging while all the alts actually bleed into Bitcoin instead of the bullish scenario that I explained in terms of the alt season, but some alts could be the outliers. So I know this is a little bit more of a confusing video and I'm not giving you more of a concrete view, but I just want to show you. Yeah, this is what we've got with, this is ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that for a divergence on the dollar. Literally, it's just absolutely just ready to cascade. You've just got the most basic expanded flat as well. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up over the next few minutes. I actually made a post, I remember, near here saying that this is going to come back down. We're going to get a sweep of this liquidity, and then I just expected a normal zigzag. All right, but we got the sweep of liquidity, but then we came up, came back down like this, and that's when we was expecting the expanded flats. You've just got an A, a B, and a C. This is just ready to now absolutely have a multi-month absolute tear up. Like this is literally just, yeah, it's risk and assets on really. This is what giving me more confidence and confluence that we're going to absolutely go for it. This just looks ridiculous. You break that high right there, this is going absolutely parabolic. All right, but it is, again, it's like this is on the daily, so it's giving me more confidence of what I'm expecting. So this could now be coming up. I don't think we break this high yet. I don't think it gives people that of break of a high yet. I think that if you go onto the 4 hour, maybe a 1-2, maybe is there a 1-2 there? I haven't even looked. Maybe a running flat 1-2 A B C and then wave 5. And then I do think that this is just like Bitcoin is going to come back down over the next, let's say we do something like that till January, February, and then it's literally all systems go. Like it's going to go, all of it is going to go absolutely parabolic. I am so confident in it all happening. It's ridiculous, really. I'm a little bit too confident, but it's got to a point now where I'm not just overly confident, overly stupidly confident. Everything's been building my analysis, and since, if you've been watching for obviously quite some time, we've been expecting this. So when you're getting more things like this of Ethereum, it just builds your case. Like you're getting if you remember 1-2 down here, we were saying wave 2, and then wave 1, we was even saying obviously a deviation above this high, and I think it's going to be a deviation. We come back down, and we did, and then obviously we've been expecting now the we didn't expect this though. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this. All right, but obviously we did get it. And then when I did say in hindsight, it is just, yeah, giving you more confidence, more confidence. This could also be a flat A B 1 2 3 4 and then wave 5. So that is probably a flat, and that's probably a WXY like a complex correction. All right. But yeah, when you're building up more of a base case, and you're seeing obviously these things, and it's all coming to fruition, and then you're getting these big spikes up, and everything's just sort of falling into place, you do get more confident. But you've obviously got to try and be a little bit grounded with it. But yeah, I'm extremely bullish. There is not 1% of me that is bearish. Like I am, yeah, I'm too bullish. But yeah, even with this looks great. Come to the 0.382 of this wave, ABC expanded ending diagonal for your wave C, and then yeah, it just looks like it's absolutely going to have a tear up. And then Nasdaq, yeah, this one is quite interesting. I think that stocks, maybe they could keep going whilst Bitcoin comes down, maybe. All right, but I think that this top's gonna come in maybe a little bit earlier than stocks, but it has also set off a little bit earlier than stocks. I think this set up in October. When did these all bottom? Or was it the same time? I can't remember. Oh no, it was October. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit more ahead. But yeah, I think that this. But again, you could actually have an ending diagonal, so you could come up for wave 5. This is also a case as well. You could come up for your wave 5 here, then come back down, and then shoot back up and then go. So have a big ending diagonal like that. But yeah, it's interesting to see. But yeah, all the charts, I think they look absolutely great, as if this has been fucking 30 minutes. But yeah, if you stayed around, if you can like, comment, subscribe, share it about. I just thought I'd say that again if you are here, and I will be bringing another altcoin video midweek. If you can let me know what is good and what is shit about these videos, much appreciated. And that is pretty much it, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Why is that down there? But yeah, peace.